What's up guys? Today is going to be the day you understand how to effectively apply the right teams for you. And first of all you're thinking, oh, I think I understand the basics and I want to apply more people in my team, or I want to reshape my team. Well, this is for you. And I'm going to dig into and explain exactly how you can maximize your results, leverage your team in the fastest way possible to help you break through that barrier that you've been stuck at. Or even then, you'll start reaching these new levels with teams that you didn't even know you had to apply. So let me break it down for you in the simplest way so you understand exactly how to apply this and move up to the next step. So let's go into understanding who can this help? Who can we directly attack and target with this? Well, if you're an agency owner, if you're a coach, creator, or even just starting out, this can apply for you in every single way. So let's get into the basics of your content assets. How can we apply teams with your content assets? And the first most basic fundamental one is obviously understanding your content. You will have long form content and you will also have short form content. So now we have all of our content assets, long and short. Primarily, you're thinking, okay, what team can I apply from here? Well, you can do the same thing Iman Ghazi does, which has helped him skyrocket. Samuel Ohuna, Luke Belmar. You see these guys, they're all doing the one thing that helps them shoot through the moon and be better than everyone else. And you can do the exact same thing. And the way you do that is by having clippers. When you have clippers in your team, that's when you can really progress and get to the next stop. And I'll expand. On average, let's say you're posting maybe one video a day and you're posting it 30 days every day. Or 31 days in a month. So you're roughly getting 30 videos out every single month of your content which you've worked hard on. However, with your long form content, if you have clippers, now how to apply them, you need to find people who are willing to work either on pay-per-view or commission basis. And when I say commission basis, I mean that they will attract a client and they will help you secure more leads. So in reality, every client they bring in, you're just giving them a percentage of the cost that the client would pay for your service anyways. So understanding that is all good. Or you can do pay-per-view, which is also every 500,000 views, you'll pay them a fee of, let's say, $250 to $50. So understanding that, we now have two different ways we can approach the clippers and their payment structure. But now let's really understand exactly why you should apply them and you can help them diversify. We all understand that attention equals money. And it's all about how long you can keep that attention and gain it. And also nurture your audience with that attention. Because when you have a constant flow of attention, you will always be able to sell everything. If you have no attention, people don't really care about you. People just see you go by because you're not providing them with anything. They're not seeing you all the time. So if you have a lot of attention, you will always have a lot of money. So when you have that, it's a win-win. So now let's speak about acquiring and maintaining the attention with your clippers. So let's say you have a bunch of YouTube assets all lined up, or you just need to start filming some, we upload it, give it to the clippers. And now exactly how beneficial are the clippers? Let's say you've got a team of 30 clippers, right? Each clipper is posting 5 times a day, right? So now you've got 150 posts going up every single day, short form posts across different sub accounts across different platforms. You've now got 150 posts now going every single day, and if we do it 30 times in a month, well, 30 days, you've now got 4,500 posts of your content leveraging and nurturing people every month. 4,500. Think about it. How many leads can you get? How many eyeballs will you start gaining? When you have all of those eyeballs, you can't tell me you won't sell a thing. You will. It's impossible not to sell anything by posting this amount. So understanding now you've got 4,500 clips of you going out every single month, on top of your main assets of your main content on your personal pages, on your YouTube, which obviously is primarily cut from, but differentiate it. Now you've got so much attention, you're thinking, okay, I've now got my team of clippers in. Now I'm having a lot of messages, I'm having a lot of DMs, I'm having a lot of people following me. How do I convert them? What should I do for my acquisition? And now this is where things come in a bit simpler, but they're only complicated if you make them complicated, and I'll expand on that. Realistically, you're the power figure of your authority, of your niche. You're that person people see and think, he's the person I want to work with, he's got the most value, he can help me, he's got my solution. And if you're not providing people with a solution, people aren't going to come to you because they don't see anything in you. And realistically, we're in this age, you're not providing anyone with anything, you're not interesting them, you're not giving them any reason to follow you or give you attention. They should just leave you alone because they don't care. They honestly don't care about you unless you're providing them with something. So now you've got a lot of attention, or even then from another video I've spoken about in the past, even if your content's A1 and you don't need a clipping army, you're starting to have a lot of acquisition, you're starting to have a lot more prospects coming in, and you're thinking, I'm having all of these DMs, I can't respond to everyone, appointment setters come in now. So realistically, the aim of an appointment setter is to help you book in those calls with your qualified prospects. But most likely, if you've been following me along, your prospects will already be pre-qualified. So the aim is to have in your booked meetings, right? So now we understand you need to have your booked meetings, but realistically, not every setter will have and fill in all those booked meetings, will they? Like, let's be honest. However, if you apply the right setter, you can see a lot more beneficial results, because realistically it's understanding people are in there either for the long run or the short run. And most people make the mistake of hiring people for the short run because realistically the people in the short run just want a quick dollar. They don't care about your aims, and just in general they just want that quick buck. They don't care what you're doing, what your business is doing. As long as they make money, they're happy. However, if you find guys in the long run who share the same values and also share the same intentions and also even want to be in the same position in the future and watch the company grow, those are the people you want, because you will see a lot more results beneficial in the long run. So understanding with these guys, you also need to understand and put it into perspective of what's your main platform of acquisition? Is it Instagram? Is it LinkedIn? Is it email marketing? Because when you understand that, then you can find specialities, or even cold calling if you're in SMA or if it applies to you. But now you have all of these options: LinkedIn, Insta, email. Personal favourite and easiest in my opinion will always be Instagram, but you need to understand exactly where is my main source of acquisition. Is it on these platforms? If it's Instagram, well, it applies to all of them, but Instagram primarily, you want to figure out, okay, do you prefer working in Instagram DMs or do you prefer working in LinkedIn DMs? You also need to understand and connect with that person. As I said, it goes back to the point of you need to understand exactly what they want and what their values are and what their intentions are with working with you. So when we understand this, you're now going to start to have a bunch of booked meetings in, and what eventually do you need with all of these booked meetings? You need a closer. Closers are easier to get than appointment setters because realistically they need to understand your offer with a closer. They need to understand exactly what you sell, what you provide, and how you offer it. And especially as well, understanding your ICP. So when your closer understands all of these things, it becomes a lot easier to sell and find the right closer. Closers, there are a lot more around, and I know there's a bunch of people who work But once again, as I said, it comes back down to the one main principle with the appointment setters. It's understanding what their values are, what their aims are, because yes, you can find a good closer, but that good closer could literally say, I'm working with 3 other closing agents, I'm working for 3 other agencies, I'm working with you just to get a quick buck. So realistically, you don't want that in your team because you're not going to see the best results possible. And that is exactly what we're striving and aiming for. So moving on from there, now we have a closer and appointment setter. We need efficiency, because all of a sudden you jumped from having 10 meetings a month to now having 70 meetings a month, because you have all of these booked calls, all of these prospects, all of these leads coming in, which is all okay and it's all going to benefit you in the long run. So now you've got 70 meetings, you're also trying to close, instead of your 5 clients per month, you've also now got 45 clients per month. So now we see the increase with clients. What do we go from there? What do we do from there? Well, we need someone to manage your clients and manage your teams. So this is where the next best thing comes in. If you have a GS, a growth specialist. So what is the importance of having a growth specialist? I mean, ultimately it's understanding you can't have your team, you can't track your team every single day, but you can simplify your team. So what do I mean by that is, you can have your growth specialist to check KPIs, follow up, do even a bit of training every week, while saving you the time of tracking and checking your team. All you need to do is just fill in with your growth specialist. And even then, coming through that, his partner in crime, going to your CSM, your client success manager, to manage your clients. But let me expand on that a bit more, because although people may be buying into you, you can't manage so many people. However, you can train someone and you can find someone who understands exactly what you do, who understands how you help people, who's basically going to be your new partner in crime. And with that, you're going to have your growth specialist and your client success manager managing your clients, growth specialist managing your teams. This is where time freedom really comes into play. This is what you've been aiming for by having an online business. You don't want to be working the same hours or even longer than a 9 to 5. So your client success manager will ultimately fill in with you. If you're having one-to-one meetings weekly, you can flip it around. You can have a one-to-one meeting every single week. However, your client success manager will alternate week 1, week 2, week 3, CSM. So now you understand that, you can start freeing up a bit more time. You can start handling a lot more clients. When your client, let's say you're now a lot busier in the world, you're having a lot more things you need to work on, and you can't necessarily respond all the time, but you want to keep that efficiency. You want to have everything rolling. You want to have happy clients, happy prospects, people interested. You want to provide them value where they're always happy. Ultimately, as I said, we're striving for the best results possible. And we always need the best results possible, or else we're not going to get anywhere. So understanding, realistically, there are a lot of people we can put into play. However, we're aiming for the best results. And when we have the best results, everything comes into play. So breaking it down a bit more, we have clippers to maintain attention and generate leads. And then moving from clippers, we have your appointment setters. This is where they're going to start. Gaining and closing in all of these prospects and leads. Leads, meetings, prospects. Then we're going to have a closer. Gets you closes to clients, closes to prospects, bring clients. Then we have your GS, which will manage your closer and your appointment setters. And then you have your client success manager to manage all your clients. So now you've got the full bubble, everyone's working, you've now got a full team in place where everyone's working. You've now achieved this team of, I've got a perfect team, all working towards the same goals. You've got people generating you constant attention. Your clients are happy because they're receiving the best result possible. Your team's getting trained weekly, currently updating, working harder, working harder, working harder. And now you're in this position where you can sit back and say, you know what, I finally achieved my goal of getting to where I want to be. I have the right teams in place. I understand exactly how to leverage and nurture my leads and bring in new prospects every single day. And realistically, as I said, and I'll say it one more time, you want to be able to have a constant flow of attention, generating leads, closing the leads in the simplest and best way possible while also delivering them the best results. So this sounds like you, DM me and I'll personally respond to you, making sure we can work on a way and I can give you the proven systems and help you out with applying the best teams possible. Because once again, we don't come into the online space to start applying all of these people, understanding how can I leverage them, how can I make my team the most efficient possible. But in retrospective, it's just understanding my team needs to be aligned with my goals. I need to understand what my vision is. I need to understand what next steps I need to take, what I need to do, how to manage a team efficiently, providing the best results for my clients, providing the best results for my team. Because it's all connected. Everyone needs to be willing for that to be a happy, successful man in play. And that's where you can come in and you can be. So taking all of that in mind, don't forget to like and subscribe,